Camera? Hello? Camera? Hi! Good morning, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. I go by Mechanical Beanstalk. I'm a variety streamer who tries to do more off-the-radar games that include games that have a very strong community presence or modded presence or indies or retros that need a little bit more time in the spotlight. Except today, it's not an indie game. Well, not really. It is unofficial. It's never official. Unofficial Warhammer 40,000 Sundays. Where we play Warhammer 40,000 games, mostly Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader, which we're happen to be playing today. I have been a Warhammer 40,000 RPG player, the pen and paper game, kind of similar to Dungeons and Dragons for a number of years. Made a number of campaigns for my players, and I like to talk about the pen and paper RPG lore side for a little bit, because it's not as focused on. I wouldn't consider myself a LoreTuber just yet, but an aspiring LoreTuber, let's just say. But yeah, we're going to be talking about a little bit of Warhammer 40,000 lore today on the RPG side. Microphone is working. Microphone, testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is working. We're going to be playing Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader as our a Space Halfling Rogue Trader with the mod toy box. We're able to assemble a essentially a Space Halfling, which is a Ratling in Warhammer 40,000. I think last time we left off, we're in like a very unwinnable looking battle. So I'm not really sure like how I'm going to work that out today. We'll figure it out, I guess. We'll see. I'm sure everything will be fine, right? Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like and follow and subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. It really would help me out. I do stream Wednesday, Thursday nights, Saturday, Sunday mornings. And there's plenty of different ways you can contribute to the growth of the channel if you would be so kind. At the very least, you can show up 4 days out of the week. Show up, lurk and chat. Totally fine. I just appreciate you guys being here. But there's also super chats. There's also liking and following and subscribing, commenting on the videos over on YouTube. There is a Patreon set up. All the links you can find for the social media are going to be down on the comments below and on my about page. So yeah, that's pretty much it. What am I forgetting? Discord. Discord is pinned in the live chat right now to my right and down below in the video description. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's walk and talk and find out what I got myself into. But yeah, if you're just joining us, if this is the first, if the first time you've had experience to Warhammer 40,000, my introduction to that is more along the lines of it is off in the far flung future of 40,000 plus, where life is very cheap. Technology is treated as kind of arcane, archaic, and mysterious. But it's like like massive and over complex. Magic or psychic powers is used through channeling, as well as faster than light travel is used through channeling the essence of an energy dimension known as the warp, which also contains all sorts of like negative thoughts and emotions and demons at times. But that's like the really simple version of it. There's a lot more complex. Hey Dev, how's it going? Happy Mother's Day. Oh yeah, I have to call my mommy. I'll call my mommy later on. Hey Dev, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Let's see here. So yeah, I'm kind of dreading. I'm kind of dreading seeing this all loaded up. Let's see here. What I'm getting into. But yeah, the backstory to my character in this particular run. We've done another run of Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader as a space Viking themed character, but this one we're doing it kind of a little bit more heretical, like kind of like warp dabbler or devilry dabbler character. He's a space halfling, right? Ratling in this universe, and I think my backstory for him is that he kind of got his reward in trade, because generally they don't award it to abhumans, like near human beings. It's only just for like pure blood humans, right? Generally, but through a clerical error. Ah, yes. Now I remember this. I do remember this. Okay. God damn. Okay. I'm starting to, but through a clerical error and some like political machinations, he did get his warrant of trade. Let's load his fun size version. And dread at the battle we're going to take place. So I'm playing this at max difficulty, which I think it gives all the enemies additional hit points and damage, and I think certain encounters pop in that don't pop in the regular playthrough. I think. It's been a while since I actually looked through the description. But the only thing I haven't played in to make it like max difficulty is the Iron Man mode, where you only have one save file. Like, I don't know. Like, some people enjoy that. I don't know if I would enjoy Iron Man necessarily for the type of playthrough that I want to play. Because it's like, I don't really enjoy having to roll badly. Like have subject to like negative RNG on a roll. And then like I lose my entire progress, you know? And I can't, like, that doesn't seem as fun to me. Okay, so... give me a second. Let me just go blow my nose. Getting all black. I'm back. Thank you. I'm back. I'm running back. Running back slipped. Fine. I'm doing fine. Okay. So I think I did my recap pretty well. My introduction. Whenever we have like a long load time or there's a little bit of a break between action in the game, we'll switch back over to some PDFs of the old Warhammer 40,000 RPG line, and we'll talk about Warhammer 40,000 lore in the RPG side. This is kind of how I'm going to be running today's stream. So, where we left last time, there's conspiracy on our city ship to make the populace rise up and overthrow the rogue trader, the privateering merchant prince. We are in the ship called, what was it, the Hearth and Home, right? And majority of our crew are halflings. I'll go over that really, really quick. I'm sure people who've already been following the stream kind of know this already, but we have Lord Captain Guppo Teawhistle of the Teawhistle dynasty, which we're all a part of, right? He is faithful beast Barnabas, right? Yeah. Kibla, who's not normally in my party. She's an assassin. We got Idira. Most of the mains that I actually have, I converted over to space halflings, right? Because we're going to have kind of like a Fellowship of the Ring kind of almost like feel going. We have Idira. She's a psyker, but an officer psyker, and I think we did an overseer. We're doing Cyber Raven. Trying that out. So Cyber Raven, this campaign idea kind of came out when the more recent DLC came out. So we're playing around with the familiars quite a bit, right? The pets. Jay, I respect. She is a space halfling as well, but she's like a Eldar pistol, melee pistol. I'm sorry, melee pistol, sword combination. Blade dancer, right? It's been interesting. Jumping in and out of combat, using debilitating, shots to like slow people down, and then jumping back, right? Solomorn, again, space halfling. Lore-wise, I don't know if it totally makes sense. Solomorn being a space halfling and being part of the Adeptus Arbites, maybe he was kind of like an infiltrator that like infiltrated the lower decks, right? Who might have more, or the lower hive, right? The giant hive cities on planets that actually had more mutants or like app humans were present. Maybe he was like an infiltrator as part of like the cops, right? The space FBI. But yeah, we have, that's kind of like how I'm justifying in my headcanon, right? So we had Solomon, he's now a warrior. We respect him. Not much of a change, really. All these changes that I made, I feel justified in actually doing it just because all the benefits you get from being a halfling have an associated penalty with them. Like toughness. We have, for instance, better agility, +10 agility, but -10 toughness, and like the heavy damage you take from this difficulty has really made that apparent that everyone's wounds are like really low, right? So we have 𝕿𝖗, who is now a cyber corgi. Good boy, 𝕿𝖗. We have 𝕿𝖗, who is now a buff heavy weapon user. She's so big and stocky that a lot of Eldar gear will not even fit her, so she has to use like big weapons. But yeah, I wanted to try like a heavy weapon character in this round of play. So yeah. So now we have to. This is one of the conspiracy people, the confessors of the church, have turned on our crew and of Lord Captain Guppo, right? One has a big heavy flamer. He goes first. And he just torches everyone. And since my health is so low, it's really bad, right? It's like I think most of my guys might actually die once they start their turn. So I'm not 100% sure how to do this. The only way I can think of like really doing this this combat is to like rewind time a little bit and level up. I don't think I can. I'm not sure if I can. I'm not sure how far how far back I can go, because I think this event plays out no matter what. So I might be stuck here. I'm not 100% sure. But the idea is that if I just can't do this this battle, I'll rewind time a little bit. We'll do some like side quests, and then we'll come back for it. Because like the first turn, like having everyone almost be dead, is bad. It is very bad. Okay, so everyone's on fire. Lord Captain Guppo is not on fire. We can do any of his ultimates. So you have desperate measures or heroic actions, right? Heroic actions give your positive rule gameplay changers, battle changers in your favor. Desperate measures is like if you take like a lot of damage in one round, you can actually use that, but it has like a permanent penalty in that battle, right? So I have to decide on whether or not I want to use any of this stuff. Officer's Fellowship is halved. I mean, that's not that big a deal. So the officer grants an ally an extra turn with full AP and MP. During that extra turn, there's no attack limit. That's not bad. I mean, what I could do is go heal, because he has a healing. I'm running low on healing items. I could go heal 𝕿𝖗. Or I could do I could do 𝕬𝖆, right? 𝕬𝖆 I could actually do right now. I can have him. 𝕿𝖗's burning, but he's not dead. I can have him go and lock down one of these guys, so they can't really go anywhere. So I can manipulate the combat. Okay, so I can have 𝕬𝖆 give him a little mini turn, right, for 2 pips of action points. Send 𝕬𝖆 up there. And then I could do Finest Hour, and I can give another person an extra turn early on. Like I could give her an extra turn, have her heal herself. I mean, that might be something I could do. So let's do this first. I mean, we're probably gonna have to load this like an ungodly amount of times. I don't doubt that we're gonna have like a very horrible time in this combat. It's gonna suck. Let me see 1 second. Let me actually move my portrait really quick. Boop. Like that. Move my beautiful face. Let's see here. 1 second. Okay. All right. So that's what I think I'll do. I'll do first off, bring it down on 𝕬𝖆.
Suits my purposes.
And 𝕬𝖆 does not have any healing. Okay. He could do Apprehend. So even if 𝕬𝖆 dies, I think 𝕿𝖗 will keep on going. So we'll do...
One of us would be enough.
apprehend. And hopefully Gutto will just keep them walled down, right? I have 2 more pips, right? So I could do Taunting Scream on both of those guys. I can really keep them walled down if I really want to. I think they all... I don't know if anyone else has a Flamer. I think they have Weber, so they can actually restrict my movement. Like the big boss guy actually has a Flamer, and one guy is a Sniper. And then we have Insurgents, which are like dual pistol guys. And we have Rebel Gunner. Rebel Fight Gunners have... What? They have Webers. Okay, so we have 4 Webers on the screen. Okay, great. Okay, so I'll make sure these guys are locked down.
Accepted.
And I'll endure. It's probably not gonna... It's not gonna work out very well. He's probably just gonna... 21 damage. They'll be able to get through 21 wounds. Okay, so... Okay, and then I think what I'll do is I'll do Finest Hour.
I'll bring glory to my bloodline.
Okay. So, wound. Wait. Does he get an attack of opportunity if you wound? I think so.
You have offered me another
No.
chance.
Okay. So, let's see here. Rub-a-dub-dub-dub-dub. What I could do... I can't shoot. I don't have enough for... Wait. I think I messed up already. So I can do... See, run and gun is like a problem. Like, for heavy weapon users, it's a little bit of an issue because, like, I wish there was an associated talent where you can more readily use a run and gun with heavy weapons. Because I think the combinations of abilities you need to use usually end up where, like, you don't have enough... Well, I guess that's the whole thing about heavy weapons, right? Is, like, they're just difficult and bulky to use. But run and gun. Yes.
This tedium is beneath me.
She's gonna get hit.
I move as if
Or maybe
unseen.
not. Never mind. Okay. And then I could shoot once, maybe? 5 through 8. Like, the individual shots are like a joke. Let's see here. Well, she... Okay. Let's see here. 1 pip. What can I do with 1 pip? Nothing, really. Let's see here. I could do Inspire. The target gains plus 5 damage and plus 5 additional damage for every 10 stacks of tactical advantage the Master Tactician has. But the Master Tactician lose half the stacks of tactical advantage. We have 6 for every 10. Oh, for every 10 stacks. Okay. So yeah, I can't really do anything except do like a little baby shot. Like this. Boop. Boop. That's fine. Okay, so we go back to Lord Captain Guppo. And we have like 3 pips, right? There's nowhere I can really hide. Except like maybe like right here. I could do like this. Get into cover. Ow! Wait, who hit me? Oh, he ran through the fire, you stupid. You stupid bastard. Okay, that's not good. I could do heal.
I stand in recognition.
I can do You Serve Me. I should have actually done this earlier, but I can do... Who can I do this to? Who can I do this to? I think I'm going to do it to Earlet if she actually survives. So You Serve Me. Let's see. You Serve Me. The noble assigns one ally who will become their servant until the end of the combat. Every time the noble's abilities affect the servant, servant gains +5 to all characteristics until the start of the noble's next turn. Anytime the servant attacks a target that the noble dealt damage to last turn, the servant gains +13 critical hit chance against that target. I think that's based on fellowship, isn't it? Yes. That's fine. And then I'll do Blinding Strike. And I'll do that on... Who's next? Hopefully... Maybe I should do that on the Sharpshooter. It's like not... Yeah, Earlet's going to be able to go next. So what I'll do... I could do... Wait, let me see. The target's next attack will ignore cover and will have double effective distance. Okay, if the target is under... That's good. If the target is under voice of command, this attack will ignore enemy block and dodge. Voice of command. It is not. So a couple things I can do. So Earlet is definitely going to go next. Right? I can do... Doubles the effective distance, which I'm assuming that negates the range penalty, I want to say. Okay. And then I could do... see if I could... Okay, so I have the ability where Barnabas, if he attacks someone, they shoot him, and if they miss, they hit one of their companions. So I'm thinking I'll do this with the sniper. And I, for some reason, can't... Target is too far? What? How does that work? Okay. Obstruct vision. I don't know why I can't... I think this might work. Okay. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. Burning. Not fun. But... I could do... I could probably actually just kill the sniper. This guy is going to run into her and kill her. Let me do another save. I have a feeling I should... Let's see here. We got 5... We could do like this. We could do rapid fire.
Understand your intent.
And we could do controlled shot. Allies dodge.
Pet monkey.
So I have enough for burst fire. And I'll do... I'll concentrate my fire on the sniper.
No weakness is hidden from my sight. I hear you moving. No more.
Okay, so I don't have to worry about that. Because he would have, like, taken out... what's his face? He's going to run and probably not going to be able to do anything. He's going to run... He might not be able to make it. And he's going to run and he's going... No, he's going to probably pistol spread and probably kill one of these guys. And I can just... Oh, you know what? I could have... No, I don't think it would have mattered. Okay, let's save. And let's... We might have to save scum a little bit. Okay, I'm going to save scum in this particular game, okay? Because there's a lot of RNG involved. I am shamelessly save scumming this game. Okay, I think that's all I could do for now. He can't do anything. I don't think he can do anything. He's going to run. And this guy's probably going to be able to... Oh, he's going to run in for melee and... Okay. 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 Right on. Right on. Okay. So we're actually doing fine. You know, I think if we just keep the Confessor... Was it Confessor Albert under control and lockdown? I think we actually might have a better time winning this. Okay, 14. We definitely need to heal. Do we heal Adira or do we heal Jay? Probably need to heal Jay.
Suck it up and fight. Thank you.
And heal.
Oh, thank you, Sherin.
And I can just run. Is there anything else I can do? I could do 1 pip of something. I think I can... I think I'm going to chance the fact that Adalbert is locked down by 𝕉𝖗. So long as 𝕉𝖗 stays next to him, he won't be able to use his flamethrower, right? So some of these guys down here have not gone yet. I think I'm going to move her like all the way up here. And I think, yeah, we'll do that. Like this.
This battlefield air is good for my lungs. Too bad I never leave debts unpaid.
That's fine. And then we'll do... Can I do anything else? Can I do... Captive audience? Can't really do anything else. I could do... Wait, what does this do? Deals 16 to 32 rending damage with a 15% armor penetration. That's fine. Actually, you know what? Can I get both of these guys? Probably not, right? Is there anything else I could do? I could do... Being a little halfling. She doesn't have a very big throwing arm. I can do 17 to 17. I can do... Let's do that. Kill some of these guys.
I've got a price.
That's fine. Okay. Good enough. Little fighter. What are you gonna do? Ah! Oh my god, what is this? What? What just happened? Wait, what?
We bring deliverance.
Oh, when she died, she exploded. Okay, sure. I'm probably not gonna save. Fuck. Okay. Well, she killed that other guy, I guess. Wait, did she kill this one? No. She almost killed this one. Okay, first off, heal.
You cannot trick death. It will claim me. one day.
Let's do... I didn't realize that buzzsaws were so crazy. But... Solomorn... What does this do again? Death Cult's next single... I haven't used Kibble in like a long time. Death Cult's next single target melee attack splashes blood. Okay, it splashes blood. And the blood does... it's a buff and a debuff. Sorry about my stuffy nose. Let's see here. I could do that and get a pip of damage. So I think I'll do that. I'll do boop and then boop. 53% chance to hit? Why is it so low?
A dance of blades and shadows.
Okay. So I got an extra jump, right? So I'll do jump. Oh, I can't? No. Punk. Actually, I'll jump.
The shadows will see it done.
And I'm just going to go over here. Oh, can I not? Wait, is this going to be able to... Is this going to block my melee? Okay, let's do... Yes. Blood Oath. This ability costs 19 wounds to use. Targets a single enemy, valuing especially the next mic moves and next target cannot be dodged or parried. What's a parry for this guy? That's... it's not crazy. Let's just do... Anything else? Let's just do this.
As honor ordains.
Okay. Melee. And this guy has pistol? No, he has melee too, I think. Yeah, so they'll most likely stay in melee. Generally.
The true believer.
No. Solomon, look out!
Did my luck finally
Okay.
run out?
The Sire's song guides me.
Found me.
Okay, wait. Okay, Solomorn can
The order is clear.
potentially do some stuff. Let's see here. Taunts. Okay. I don't even need to move, really. I can just do We got, what do we have? 3, so we could do. Charlie has bleeding on targets hit, so I could do a couple things. Yes. Wait, is this the right one? Hold up. Yes. Charge. Okay, hold on 1 second. Boop. I can charge and lock down someone. Or yes. Okay. Am I doing this right? Let's see here. Boop. Okay. Okay, Adalbert. Oh, okay, Adalbert got locked down. Okay, good. Lord Captain Guppo, heal. Wait, save first. I probably shouldn't save. I don't know. Whatever. I'm fine. Okay, so do voice of command on Earlet. Wait.
Not.
Voice of command over the war's effects. What? Wait, what? The target has to be under the overexerted voice of command. What?
Not my specialty.
Didn't I already do that? Did I already do voice of command? Wait, I'm so confused. She has a debuff on her, so I can't do it apparently. Whatever. Oh, it's because of her injury, maybe? I don't know, whatever. Okay, we'll definitely heal.
Back into the fray.
And let's see here. Voice command. So I can't do voice command? Okay, sure. Take aim. So what can I...
Absolutely
Can
not.
I print it? Words effects. I don't... Eh? Burning, attack of advantage, head trauma, winded. Winded. You serve me, revel and slaughter. I don't... Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Not sure why, like, I can't do that. Let's see. I just won't worry about Adalbert right now. I'll try to, like, kill everyone else. But I could kill everyone else through Earlet. So, she's going to go. And I could do really good damage with my birdie bird. So I think what I'll do... Let's see here. Insurgent. Rebel Gunner. Rebel Fighter. Rebel Fighter. Rebel Gunner. Okay, I could do... Focus on him and try to get him like a free hit. I don't know if this is going to work really well, though. Let's just try it. So first off, let's do this. Oh, I don't see him? No way. No way you're not in line of sight. Look at that. You can see through the candles. You punk. You near-do-well. Oh, but you could probably shoot him, right? Whatever. Let's see here. So I can't shoot. I can't bird this guy. But is there anyone else I can bird? I could bird this, maybe. Can I bird you? Can I bird anyone? Can I, am I really unbirdable? All these guys are unbirdable? Oh, wait, this guy could shoot. Maybe not. I don't know if he could actually shoot through, whatchamacallit, obstruct vision. I'm gonna try it. Boop.
Nothing I can't do.
No, I can't. That's fine. Let's buff. You're
Not a
lit.
problem for me.
Buff her a couple times.
Suits my purposes.
Okay, I think that's it.
My exile has not ended yet.
14 hit points. Okay, what I can do? Let's see. So, soldier gains the ability to make a number of extra attacks equal to weapons weight of fire Using the weapon attacks that normally cost at least about AP. Until the end of the soldier's turn, the first attack scored automatically causes a critical hit. Starting from the next round until the end of the combat, the soldier's AP are reduced by 1, which is, I think that's fine. Give me 1 second. Sniffling and sniffling. I am back, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary, non-binary royalty. We'll say it like that. Let's do that.
Fall creatures.
It's fine. We'll get an extra shot and a crit. I think that says. We'll do this.
I must. Thank
Okay.
you.
We'll do extra rapid fire. Okay, and now we can do that. And we should be able to kill this guy like in one go. 34% chance, 10 through 18 hits, and 18 shots. And it's going to ignore other guys too. So let's do... That's fine. I'll take it. Come on, kill him. Almost, but not quite. In one shot.
If it serves your cause.
just one more. Okay. Oh, another one. Okay. One more. Come on. Crit. Beach. Okay.
This tedium is beneath me.
Get out of here.
If it serves your cause, I deal
Thank you.
with my hands.
Okay. That's good. We're doing good. So long as I keep her alive, I think I'll be doing pretty well for the rest of combat. Let's see here. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Adalbert, I'm just going to trust that everyone else has got this guy. Can I do... Let's kill this guy.
I understand your intent.
Nope.
If it serves your...
Nope.
I am not your fortune favors the swift. I hear
Okay.
you moving.
Wait, how
no
many...
more.
I'm getting a lot of shots. Am I glitching? Is this... Hold on.
If it serves your cause. I will not.
Is that it? Okay, that's a lot of shots. Okay, cool. It's fun. Yes. 52 for resource. Ouchie. Ouchie. No. What do you think you're doing?
I'll need more augmentations.
Okay, where are you? A J. I'll save. I think I might do this. I might. I have a feeling.
You, adept.
I have a feeling that I might actually pull this one off. Okay, what are we at? I want to kill the... I want to kill... Okay, I think I killed all the net gun guys. So... I want to keep Irlet safe. Can I do... What's the best thing to do? Who's next? Rebel Fighter's next? And that has what? That has the buzzsaw? Oh, Christ. Okay. Well, I could do... We got 3 left. I could do... I think this will make him slow, right? No. Yes, this one makes slow. These targets must pass in a toughness and resistance test with negative 18 penalty or become immobilized for 1 round. So I could do this. No, I wouldn't be able to do both. I could do... Wait, let me see here. Impact, piercing, and rending damage. Inflicts bleeding and slowed on target until the end of combat. Okay, so I'll do this.
And it is done.
We'll do this. We'll do... this. Okay, this.
Living on the edge.
And then we'll do... We have one more... We have another pip to actually get back. So we'll do slow on... Which one is this? This is the buzzsaw guy or the other one is the buzzsaw guy? Rebel fighter, insurgent, buzzsaw... Yes, buzzsaw guy. So we'll do buzzsaw guy. Hopefully we could slow this guy.
Am I getting paid for this? Whoa.
No, it didn't work. Okay, whatever. And then we'll rewind time. Jump back. It was worth a shot. Go all the way back. And... Yes. Parry, yes! Someone hang in there. Uh-oh. Huh? Ah! Solomon!
Broken blade has no use.
Okay.
Though I gave thee my blood and my
Okay.
pain, thou hast ordained that
Who
I
should I try to kill? 3 pips left. I should try to kill buzzsaw guy. Or I could chill these guys, possibly. So tough. Let's see what we got. Poison strike the arrow, make an enemy suffer negative 12 armor until deflected until the end of the assassin's turn. No. Aim for an opening. Fainting attack. I need something that, like, next his dodge, but... let's see. 3 pips. I can just do... Who can I kill? Who's next? Insurgent? Can't really jump, can I? I could do... this. And I'd rather have him or her die than Solomon. So I'll go like here. Parry. I didn't even notice that guy, but okay. Can I not do 2 pips? I'll do boop. I might actually hit Solomon if I do this. Kind of want to try it. Save? Save? It's like 50-50. It's probably going to kill Solomon. Eh? Eh? Yes! Ah, Solomon, no! I shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's load while it's loading. We are going to try to make an attempt to talk a little bit more about lore. Right? Internets. So, the Black Crusade character book. It's interesting. So, the Black Crusade, I think, was the 4th Warhammer 40,000 RPG line, to my knowledge, right? Let's see. Is there a better... Let's go... Hold on one second. Let's see if I can get a better version of this. Give me uno momento. One second. Okay. I think I'm good. Anyways, yeah, let's go over there really quick. So boop, 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 boop. And yeah, so it's a 4th Warhammer 40,000 RPG line, right? Where it's dealing with the Chaos version of the Warhammer 40,000 setting. Now, a lot of the Chaos characters in the novels, in the lore, are, I mean, some people are going to say I'm simplifying this a little bit too much, but they are mostly just like cackling bad guys. The Chaos Gods themselves, they're made of energy, right? Millions of years old, formed of like the primal and like suppressed thoughts of the all sentient beings in the galaxy, right? They exist to cause further strife, to empower themselves, because that's what they're made out of, right? So the idea that there could be as like antagonists, or no, like player characters who are more like fighting chaos with chaos, it's kind of a stretch. So mostly it tries its best. This RPG, Black Crusade, tries its best to make sure to know that you have an ability to do like a anti-hero type characters, right? But all of the Chaos Gods are like heinously evil. So it's not, and like it's not like it's not like it's just their nature. It's more than that. It's just that they have to be evil in order to exist, right? And to propagate, to become stronger. So there's no reason why they would tolerate any other kind of thoughts among their ranks unless to cause strife among the ranks. So it's a little bit difficult, but let me kind of break down how. Let's see here. Where is a ticker here? So let me see here. Training a heretic. Let's just do. Should I actually do? Let's go over the. Let's see here. Should actually get the PDFs. I have all the books on paper, but let's see here. It's not the best quality version of it. Full screen. Here we go. So, all the expansion books for this particular game focused on gameplay changes. They're actually really good expansion books. I think for like a 40,000 an RPG line of pen and paper games, I think they're like the best buy that I can remember, because each one, there's 4 books to Black Crusade that are main like supplement books, right? There's adventures and whatnot, but they have the Tome of Blood, the Tome of Decay, the Tome of Fate, the Tome of Excess, and they not only focus on each of the Chaos Gods, but they also have like character concepts, spells, weapons. Like some have like new systems, like enhance. I think this has the best like minion system, right? In order to keep track of like small encounters, weak beings, but like a lot of them, like the Horde system in Black Crusade is probably the best I can remember. I adapted in my house rules so like players can like field hordes of people. I can go over what how hordes play in a little bit, but essentially what I'm trying to say is that a lot of the PDFs, they have like they're really good value, right? They have like I think the Tome of Blood actually has a system for making like a legendary weapon. Like the more you use a weapon, the more you bond with your weapon, right? The more it has additional abilities and it gets enhanced throughout the course of like decades, right? So I've never actually run a Black Crusade game. Like I'm intrigued by the possibility of doing it, but it's like I'm not sure if I'm like I'm the best GM for it or not. I think no, that's not true. I did unintentionally do a Black Crusade game in one of my campaigns, but that's just because all my players fell to chaos, because they swore to Chaos Gods in order to like live essentially. So I had to like really sidetrack my campaign. It was a Rogue Trader campaign, but it turned into a Black Crusade campaign. But aside from that, I haven't had like a dedicated Black Crusade campaign. I might actually try it if I ever go back to Warhammer 40,000 role playing as a GM. Right now, I think the next campaign I'm going to be doing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition set in the Planescape campaign. It's like kind of like the center of all things kind of thing. But I don't know, maybe eventually one day I'll go back to 40K. But the Tome of Blood tries its best to... So Khorne is the god of blood, murder, violence, hatred, but they try to. The RPG line tries its best. It's not that like these aspects didn't exist, the Chaos Gods. They're just like heavily downplayed, right? So the RPG tries to really hone into the fact that Khorne, the Blood God, is all those things, but he's also can be seen as a god of martial prowess and like honorable fight, which I don't know if I'm fully behind, because like Khorne will definitely use dishonorable tactics, because Khorne cares not where the blood flows, he just only cares that it does, right? Like I think like honorable people serve Khorne's goals. And remember, like all the Chaos Gods gain power and sustenance from strife, right? So I guess if Khorne, like honorable warriors serve Khorne, made them a little bit more easy to control. I don't know. It feels like they can be a detriment, because you might like in Khorne's name, you might decide to let like another warrior go because it's not honorable enough to kill him, but it's important to Khorne, you know? So the idea with this Black Crusade is really interesting in the fact that like you're assumed to have gotten to a point. No, normally in the other Warhammer 40,000 settings, there's a corruption meter, right? From 1 to 100. It's, you know, you can get it through certain exposures to certain chemicals or rituals. You get like 1 to 3 points. If you ever get to 100, your character, you lose your character. Like you no saves or anything like that. Your character is just retired, right? But you can swear allegiance to chaos, and you can convert your character into a Black Crusade character. Now that this book is out, right? And all the characters in this book, they're assumed to have like they've already been past that, right? So they're not like just scrub chaos guys. They've had a history, and they've been able to manage the mutating things. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that Black Crusade characters, they do have corruption 1 to 100, and they have infamy 1 to 100, which is like your combination of your money, your influence, and your popularity amongst the dark gods, right? So once you get to another 100 corruption, you do get bonuses, right? As you go through that track, through the Chaos Gods like blessing you stuff, you get like mutations and stuff. But if you get to 100 corruption without getting it to 100 infamy first, then you lose your character permanently. You can't swear allegiance or anything. You devolve into like a chaos spawn, or you like explode or something. You know, it's crazy. But if you get to 100 infamy, I think the track kind of stops. But if you get to 100 corruption, you can ascend into like a demon form, and you can continue to live forever, right? So it's kind of like a lot of the aspect that I can understand about playing Black Crusade is just kind of trying to keep your corruption meter, control it, so you get enough corruption to get benefit from it, but you don't want to go crazy. That would be, I guess, that's another, going back to what I was saying about the like anti-heroes. You might not necessarily just want to like slaughter an entire like city of people without purpose, because that might give you more corruption. It might take up on the track. You might lose your character all the sooner, right? So Khorne, that's what the kind of theme is of it. They try to make sure like martial prowess. They kind of dreams of bloodthirsty champions of God of the War. They kind of see like they go over like different aspects of like Khorne and like how his servants like fight him or fight for him rather, right? Longwood Geek. Oh hey, I have Dark Heresy, Rogue Trader, and Only War. Oh nice. Have you ever played? You never played Death Watch or Black Crusade? All three of them are really good. I've never played Only War. It is very interesting. Only War has a lot of the same system. The system from Only War is modified from Black Crusade. So it has like a different, it has, I think it made the first change. I don't think you get the D10 Fury or critical hits. The critical hit chance, I think, the critical hit system changed, I think, from Only War. I think it's still the same in this one, but a lot of the same like rules and like tweaks to the main like percentage formula was taken from Black Crusade and went over to Only War. But Only War is kind of interesting because it's like the Imperial Guard or the army side of Warhammer 40,000 role-playing game. And I think you start off with like, it makes sure that it's like a very high mortality rate because you're not necessarily like a huge powerful guy like a lot of the other Warhammer 40,000 systems, but I think you make two characters, so you always have a backup. Because when your character is most likely going to die, you're going to have like a backup, right? I haven't really looked into it too much, but I understand it's interesting to where they take it. I'd be interested in kind of like reading the books. I haven't actually gotten around to doing that. Longwood Geek. Unfortunately, no. I have a campaign planned out for starting in Only War to Rogue Trader to Dark Heresy with characters going between them. Start as Grunts and Inquisitors. That's pretty good. So you have starting in Only War and then you transition to Rogue Trader to Dark Heresy. That's pretty good. That's a very interesting journey for characters. But, I mean, I can kind of see that. If you're going, you start off with Grunts and then you have like influential people, you know, picking them up and taking them somewhere. And then they themselves become influential and they become, they join the Inquisition. That's pretty good. I can see that. But yeah, so like the Tome of Blood has, like we're talking Longwood Geek, if you didn't hear about it, we're talking about like how Black Crusade tries to push the anti-hero narrative. So you're not, all characters playing Black Crusade are not forced to be cackling bad guys if they don't want to. But I don't know if like it's kind of hard when the lore, it does, I'm not saying that there's no anti-heroes on the chaos side, but it's like really hard because that's like, it goes against the self-destructive nature of chaos, right? Like all the chaos characters, the chaos gods want their own minions to like fight. If they don't win, then cause enough strife so they die and the chaos gods are empowered by their dead followers, right? Like the chaos gods don't give a shit about their followers. They might ascend people, and they might give them benefits, but it's all in their own selfish endgame, right? You got it. Nice. They can be renegades with versus pure chaos. Okay, interesting. Yeah. I mean, that's what I think they try to do. If I had to do a Black Crusade game, one of my Rogue Trader party and my one Rogue Trader campaign that they all turned to chaos, they did it because they found a world engine, like a terraforming ship left over from the golden age of technology from the Imperium, like an age where like mankind would almost like they ruled the galaxy, but they also almost ruled like time and space, and a lot of like they're really, really powerful in terms of their technology level. They found a terraforming ship that actually warped into a planet, right? And they could get the ship running again, but if they pulled it loose, there would be catastrophic effects. I made it clear that there's going to be catastrophic effects for the planet itself, right? And like they're like, we don't care, we just want this thing, right? So they pulled the terraforming ship out because it's like a priceless thing. They should have just like kept it there and like gutted the technology and like got profit from that. But they just wanted the entire thing, right? So they pulled it loose. The planet essentially died, and then there's this Imperial fleet in orbit that were originally their allies, but they don't. The terraforming ship doesn't have any recognizable forms of communication. Doesn't have any shields. Has a warp engine, but like didn't have any defenses, right? So all the fleet started bombarding the world engine. They made an emergency warp jump and they got lost in the warp without a Geller field. And they were all got like tons and tons of corruption. I think I ruled that they were going to get like multiple levels of corruption. Like every turn, it's going to be like an insane amount. Because it's just like, they're deciding to just, they're just going to run. They're not going to do anything. And like, so they went into the warp and they were going to die. And then I took everyone aside into a different room and I explained like how they all had independent illusions or visions about the beings they knew, or like chaos guys just coming to them, offering deals for them to essentially turn to chaos, or you're just going to die. And there's one guy who was, I think I might have talked about this in previous streams, but there's one guy who He was kind of like a vizier kind of guy. He was all like, you know, in the shadows and like cackling and stuff like that. I thought he was going to turn, but no one else would. I think I had like 6 players total. So the one guy, I think he was a navigator. He didn't turn. He stayed loyal, but everyone else turned, right? So everyone else was like mutated and stuff like that, heavily mutated. I think some guy, the rogue trader, still had too much corruption. He eventually like died to corruption even after he swore his soul to chaos. And like there was an NPC that was on their party that was like a greater demon of chaos, right? But like the next session, I think the navigator had to like run and like hide in the quarters from everyone else, and like all the crew was like chaos. I think he got away in like a escape buoy, or there's some way he got away. But yeah, the whole campaign just went downhill because they just kept on. Players just kept making bad decisions. And like to the point where it's like I try to keep everything together, but it's just like even me, I just can't. There's just a point where it's just like, I mean, if you roll bad and you're making these decisions, I mean, it's just gonna happen. You're gonna die. I mean, sometimes I guess even campaigns have to be sacrificed for the greater good because you got to know that there's repercussions, that you could die, and like everyone's just this ends. I mean, it happens, right? Oh, good Lord. Yeah, no Gale Field is bad. Yeah. So anyways, let's go back to Rogue Trader. We'll talk about this a little bit later, but the Tome of Blood book was good. All the tome books were good for Black Crusade. Like I said, it just has Prestige class, the Artifacts class, the Artifacts thing. And then I think I actually can make an attack, can I? This is the next single target attack. I don't think I can make an attack because enemy suffer an assassin's turn. I think I'm good. Let's do this.
As the tenets demand.
But yeah, it's we'll talk about the Tome of Blood. And then we'll go back when there's the next load when I inevitably die. We'll talk about one of the other books. Maybe they'll talk a little bit about Tome of Blood. Okay, Insurgent. Let's see what we can do. Parry!
You die on me.
Oh, nice. She knocked him down. Okay, cool. Okay. So safe. I think I can do this. I think I can. Who's next? It's gonna be Earlet is next. And I can't.
I
don't understand why I can't do. Okay, whatever. So do take aim. I don't think I'm going to use healing items. I'm going to use all bird. We're going to use all bird this time. Okay? 100% bird. There's the bird action is good. We use many bird. So we have range. This guy. We'll do. Let's see. Obstruct vision, soaring. Can't shoot. I think we have bird. Bird is something we have. So we bird to bird. Or we can bird here. No, we can bird here. Let's bird here. Okay. We can bird there. And then we have 3 pips of bird. So we shall bird. Many bird. Let's do boop. Can I do boop? And then I can't do bird. Oh, wait. I can do bird here. Bird. And bird.
Suits my purposes.
Okay. And then I can do more bird. So much bird. I'm just like, there's just so much bird. It's crazy. Where does bird? Okay. Obstruct vision, he's going to get hit probably, but that's okay. So bird.
Absolutely not.
And bird. Bird! Get him, bird! Ow! Oh, wait, no. Okay, cool. He got hit. So, we're all out of bird. We have no more bird. We will do
All too easy.
a little bit extra hit points there. Still, you serve me. Okay. Now, save again. And I will do... Wait, who... Is this Chainsaw guy? No, this is Insurgent. Okay. So we can do Rebel Fighter, the Buzzsaw guy. I don't think... Can you hit? Why is he 0%? I don't understand. A little confused, but okay. We'll do Run and Gun.
I understand your intent.
And we'll do Rapid Fire. And... you know what I should have done? Oh, wait, I could do... Wait. Yes, I can do Controlled Shot.
Serves your cause.
And I can do 18 shots. But for some reason it's 0. I'm not 100% sure why. I could just do... Man, that's so much... 18 shots on Confessor owlcat. Birdie. Can I move? I could move. I can do... I want to get rid of... Let's see here. I'm thinking... Wait, can I... I should be able to shoot, right? I can go right here. I should be able to shoot them both. You would assume that would be the case, right? Okay, so... Why is it 0%? I don't understand. 0%? I don't know. I'll do... Is there anyone else I can shoot that's important? I think I'll just shoot Albert. 0%? Is this a bug? I'm a little confused. Why is... You know, I'm missing a shoot. I wonder if it's actually 0%. Because she doesn't have any debuffs, right? Let's see. Head trauma. Intelligence, perception, willpower reduced by 2. You serve me. Heroic act used. Take aim. Winded. Shouldn't be any reason why. I'll load in a second. Maybe it's a bug. Yeah, she's still... Yeah, it's just a bug. Come on, one shot. Yeah, there we go. Dodge. Okay, cool. That'll help. That'll definitely help. Okay, no need... Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting to use press the advantage. Not like I really need it, but next turn I could probably use it. Okay, so there's that. Let me catch up with chat a little bit. Oh, you're playing as you discuss it. Yeah. We're just kind of going... It's since like the load times are a little bit like, long in this game. What we do on Warhammer, unofficial Warhammer 40,000 Sundays is that we talk about the pen and paper RPG lore whenever there's a little bit of a downtime. I thought I was having another stroke there with all the bird word. Bird. maybe I probably sounded like I was having a stroke. I'm thinking visual bug. Probably. I feel like there has been a patch lately, right? I don't know what kind of change there would have been.
Only the faithful will ascend.
I think I got this. Ow.
If this is my death, may my blood be a worthy sacrifice.
Okay, who I have? I have 1, 2, Rebel Fighter. I think it's fine. I can just, like, ignore Adalbert for the most part. I can go... she doesn't have any healing. I could probably do... Go over here. And... I kind of want to hit them both, but that's not really feasible. But if I just do... I mean, I can kill them. There's no doubt. Let's do boop. Actually, I don't want to stay in the fire, do I? So let's do... Can I boop and boop? Can I boop over here? Let's boop over here. Oh, actually, no. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Kind of want to be... Oh, no. Because I think now I'm going to hit... It's 6% chance to hit Kibla. It's fine. Most likely it's going to hit.
The right incentive. Don't
That.
get too
Boop.
cocky.
I'll do
Tell me, and it is done.
6% chance to hit her. Okay, cool. Got it. Okay, got an extra jump.
You've got a problem, I've got a prize.
And that's fine for now. User immediately gains 4 MP for attack. Let's do that.
Paid for this?
So I could do it again. Maybe? No? That was useless. Okay. Wait, I can do... Yes, I can do this. I can do this.
Watch my back.
I can do... how many shots can I do? I can do... Best agility resistance attacks will become immobilized. Single shot with... yes. Let's do that. Can I do anything else? 2 pips. What do I have? I have 4. There's built in next attack this turn will cost 0 AP, will not count towards the attack limit per turn. Wait, so I can do this, and then this.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Okay, so he is netted, and that's it, I think. Yeah, I think I got this. I got this combat. It's fine. So this guy's netted down. And then I'll just net. I'll just net the Confessor. Boop, boop, boop. Yes. Yeah, he's netted. Okay, so net just in case. So dope. And then he does. He only has 1 hit point. Okay. I could just go. Just go and kill him. Maybe not. Can't really do anything. Can I just... Well, actually, he's in fire. I don't want to do that, do I? There's nothing else I can do, really. I can do the thing. Boop, bitty, boop, boop. I don't think this area is hostile terrain. I don't think so. Okay, so just do... Boop.
I shall not fail. Killing
Cool.
brings me
And then we do the thing that we want. I'll just have her wait. Adalbert, what? Weber? What? What are you doing? What is it? Wait, does he have a Weber? What is he doing? Fiery Retribution? Okay, whatever. Me. I got this. Me. Captain Guppo! Handsome man! Captain Guppo is a handsome man. Captain Guppo, the halfling guy. He is so cool. We love Captain Guppo. Can I go... Wait, is he on fire? I think he has all fire around him, but he's not on fire. No. Okay, so... Whoa. Is there anything else I can do? Wait, can I do bring it down on... No, I didn't think so. Let's do... Boo.
Not my specialty.
Not sure. I think there's a couple bugs happening in this game. Boop. Boop.
Nothing I can't do.
And then we do the thing that we want to do. We want to blinding strike. Wait, you can't blinding strike this guy? We want to blinding strike the Confessor. What did you do? You weirdo, stop it. Okay, whatever. We want to obscure version to the Confessor. What? It is really being really boggy today. What did you attack Glado? I don't understand. What's... Okay, fine. Do it again.
Suits my purposes.
Yeah, it's the game's being super buggy today. I don't know what's going on. I missed 3 attacks. Okay, so you're lit. I'm gonna go like really up close. And I'll do control shot.
If I must.
Rapid fire.
I am not your
And now,
pet monkey.
I will do press the advantage. Press the
I
advantage.
understand your intent.
And I'll do fervor. No, wait. Do I have enough? Yes. Fervor. So I cost... Suffers direct damage equal to 20% of the maximum wounds. I think I have enough. Oh, no, wait. No, yes, no. Okay, cool. I messed up with that. Well, we'll do this. 0% chance. Okay, whatever. Boop.
If it serves your cause.
You say so.
Ancestors guide me.
Bye.
Save us the swift.
Let me confess my sins. Come on. You gotta be dead. He's about to die. Yeah, there we go. Finally.
No more.
Okay, cool. I was kind of intimidated by this. Like, I was wondering... Because I was getting, like, bad initiative rolls for this fight, like, right at the beginning of the game. And then he would just come in first round and, like, torch all my guys and kill them. The battle's over, and silence descends once again upon the chapel. Flakes of ash whirl quietly in the air before coming to rest on the blood trickling slowly across the floor. Damage taken, Solomorn, 11. Sure, why not? Okay, so the deal with Captain Guppo, through all the storyline beats that we actually have throughout the entire game, he's becoming like a little bit of a warp dabbler, listening to spirits, not fully devoted to chaos, but we're kind of like pushing him towards that. We're trying to choose reasonably heretical dialogue options, right? In order to further that. And we'll see. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he'll be able to pull himself back and he'll just be kind of like a heretic, but he'll still be loyal. Maybe. Well, no, who knows? You ought to see this, dumb and Lord Captain Guppo Teawhistle. Kabula leans over the confessor's body and slices off the edge of his collar with her blade, revealing a tiny scar on the back of his neck. It looks just like the one that the captured worker in the plasma drive chambers had, except this one clearly healed a long time ago. So he was connected to the genetic aberration as well. Delightful. We now know much about the enemy. Kabula ponderously runs her finger along the flat of her blade, and just how deep the poison of conspiracy runs within the veins of your ship. But the blood-spun whip has wrapped itself around his base too tightly, and Nemesis can no longer hope to escape. Jocasta getting knocked out before the first round. She's like useless, man. I don't like her. Both my characters don't like her. Her ruminations are interrupted by a furious hiss. Sarbek snarls a curse through her teeth and spits at Alibert's smoking remains. Her left arm hangs limp, and her face is mangled by shrapnel. Lord Captain, we have a prisoner. She points her weapon at the man standing hunched over in pain. Permission to finish off this cur. Initiate the Zeke. Down with the tyrant! How dare you! How dare you do this to my ship? The broad-shouldered initiate, who calls himself Zeke, clutches a deep wound, glaring at you with hatred. I have questions for you, traitor. I doubt you like the answers. We sent down this week for money. What's the hideout? Are there single officers helping you? How many more have you been using handling on the ship? Were you serving Nemesis for a cause or simply for money? He promised us freedom. Ah, you fool. Tell me, where's Nemesite's hideout? Even a confessor didn't know where it is. He was afraid of spies, of getting his son's secrets away under torture. You see, you can't get to our champion. Are there any other senior officers helping you? Officers? Ha! There's no one of them who is pure. They only care about power and engorging themselves on the scraps you throw them, or else they would have long since turned against you. Zeke can barely finish his sentence before he's beset by a torrent of gurgling coughs. How many more mutineers are hiding on my ship? I want to know your names. I want to know where you meet. Tell me everything. The confessor said, every compartment has people willing to fight for our cause. They had promised to take me into the circle of the most devoted believers. Then I would know, but even then I would tell you nothing, not even under torture. Then you are of no use to me, cur. They should only look at you sullenly. They were waiting for us. It was a trap. Yes, Lord Captain. Albert has been warned, yet he chose not to flee. Instead, he stayed behind to set a trap for us. Did he really believe this madness would succeed, and he would somehow survive? Kibble, he did not want to survive. His only hope was to kill. Nemesis managed to turn his adopted father into a blade, pointed squarely at the Damon's throat, just as Albert himself once turned Nemesis into a weapon. Neither of them feared death. That devious, mad, twisted beast. Sarbek frowns with worry. I've been going through my predecessor's archives recently, and I may have an idea of what manner of creature this Nemesis is. We're dealing with a kellermorph. Okay? A special variety of mutant filth in service of the genetic cults. Okay? These creatures are made and raised to play the part of the people's leader. An inspiration for mutants rabble. Okay? A kellermorph's purpose is to sow discord and use rebellion to eliminate the ruling elite, those who might be capable of opposing the Xenos. Nodded Zeke. Yes, of course. Now let's decide on what to do with our surviving traitor. Do not kill him in vain, Kibla shakes her head. Those who follow the tenets of the web know that just as we serve death, so too does it serve us. Allow the death of this man to be a public instrument in your hands, Lord Captain Guppo Teawhistle. Pass off the traitor's body as that of Nemesis, and still fear of his supporters. The enemy will be forced to act under this deception, exposing himself in the process. Yes, that's a good idea, Kibla. We shall do that. We'll make certain that the lower deck believers believe their hero to be dead. We'll leave the body to be hanged for a good long while, that hopes of the mutineers may rot along with the corpse. Long way to just bop, boop, boop. Oh wow, 2 boops. Okay. This one traitor dealt with Lord Captain, but how many more have been poisoned by the false confessor's heresy? A new spiritual shepherd must be appointed quickly to banish mutinous thoughts sown by the traitor from with the minds and crew strengthen the faith and obedience. Without the ship's confessor, the rabble will begin to whisper that the Emperor has forsaken us, and such doubts will only play into the Emperor's hands. I think there is a heretical. Oh no, I don't have the right amount of heretical. Damn it. No, that sucks. Man, that's okay. It is what it is. I've been playing in character. It is what it is. Quickly must be selecting over the vessel, since the voicemen are wavering in the faith. Let the High Factorum find a true servant in the ecclesiarchy elsewhere. Appoint a lower crew member who is known for the strength of their faith. The children of the void will recognize as their own. We don't want any outsiders. Yeah, Bloodspun Web, because we're trying to corrupt the Bloodspun Web. I think you can do that. I think there's a chaos ending for the Bloodspun Web, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I trust the Bloodspun Web and the cult the honor of guiding the congregation aboard my ship. You honor us with this boon, Daman. I'll relay your words to the Vizier so we may choose someone worthy. Okay, so we got Merciless Salvos. The flagship gains plus 15 critical hit chance. The sacraments of the Confessor Tertius have blessed the crew with a vision of how they might rain unrelenting death upon the enemy vessels and seek out their vulnerabilities in the heat of battle. Okay, cool. I will send agents to every deck. The next time Nemesis rears his head, which I'm certain will happen sooner rather than later, we'll be one step ahead of him, and not the other way around. Cool. Kibla. Sarbek staggers away, and your gaze turns to the motionless Kibla, staring at her own reflection within a pool of blood. We are done here, Kibla. Come. Kibla gives a barely perceptible nod of agreement, but maintains a aloof expression.
I've been given no order to die.
I'm like, look at all the little wounds. Oh my lord. Let me catch up a little bit. Since I'm coming in, can you summarize your party alignment? Thanks. Yeah, no worries. No worries, Longwood. So we're playing as, with the Toy Box mod, we're playing as a Space Halfling or Ratling Officer Overseer. With we originally started off as a Servo Skull Overseer, but I switched over to Cyber Eagle because it's like infinitely better. Like I have like the buffs from Overseer or from the Noble Noble Officer, but it's just so good. So we have Barnabas, the Cyber Eagle, with my own little portrait there. We do typically have a Ratling Sniper, but Kibla was forced to go onto the party in this particular game. We do have Ratling Adira, right? With Officer and Cyber Raven Overseer. We do have a Respect J. She has Sword and Eldar Sword, Eldar Pistol, Blade Master. We're trying out that spec where she can throw out a bunch of slows and bleeds and then jump back in the cover and then come back in when necessary in the melee and chop some stuff. It's actually a pretty fun build. I would actually recommend people actually try it out because you can do ignore strength with Eldar weapons. You can go finesse, and finesse gives you additional damage from agility versus strength, right? So you can have main Eldar weapons, and then eventually I think, I don't know if I gotten it yet, but you can get Dark Eldar proficiency pistols, which I think gives for every dot you have from a Dark Eldar pistol, you get additional damage with a melee weapon, I want to say, or just general damage. So it's a good synergistic build that I'm actually really enjoying. We're romancing Jay. We're also trying to romance, We're also trying to romance Ireland just because Captain Guppo is kind of a horn dog. We have Halfling Solomorn, respect to warrior tank, a warrior shotgun tank. So he has a two-handed shotgun that he has in one hand. He has a shield in the other hand. Mostly like warrior builds, like buffing up hit points, taunting, stuff like that. 𝕿𝖚 is a cyber corgi, so not much more to say about it. He's a typical 𝕿𝖚. Then we have a respect Ireland, who is in this universe, she's a giant buff Eldar who's so tall and large she can't reliably wear a lot of Eldar gear, so she has to wear like human gear, right? But eventually, like I'm just trying to like have like a heavy weapon specialist. Eventually, when I get heavy weapon Eldar gear, I'll give her more heavy weapon Eldar gear, and like swap between bolters, heavy bolters, and heavy Eldar stuff. But yeah, that's my gist of my party. Offer a prayer? No, Captain Guppo. Captain Guppo will at least is not a practicing member of the church. Okay, we have Heavy Rock Saw. Eventually, my last party member I'm probably going to get the Dark Eldar character, and I'm probably going to respect him so he's going to be able to use rock saws, right? We did flame damage last campaign. We actually did this, so we probably won't do anything like that. Well, I guess it's good to have. Let's see, anything else? Lower Imperium. There is a weapon. There is a legendary weapon you can actually get in this room, but it's a two-handed melee weapon. And I don't really have anyone who's a two-handed melee user. This is fine. I might do it if I might do it as a secondary use. What did we do? We did last time. We did. I don't think we did a lot of blunt weapon guys. We can always do. The Dark Eldar guy main weapon set is going to be the buzzsaw, but then we can have like a two-handed like maul for like stuns and stuff and like pushbacks. We can do that too. That'd be fun because I know there's actually certain talents that actually do decent pushback that we can actually play around with also, because we kind of ignore pushback for the most part. Anyways, let's go to the compartment. Let's leave this area. I think we got everything we needed. Voyager Bridge. Cool. We'll heal all of our stuff. Oh, and I should say alignment-wise, we started off with mostly... not Puritan. What's the word for it? There is... let's see. We have it's like a combination of like early alignments for early game, just to get the like rank 2 of a lot of alignment specific stuff. But I think that for the rest of the campaign, we're going to be going heretical. Because the last campaign we did for Rogue Trader was just mostly just loyalist alignments. But yeah. Yeah, let's just go back over here. Boop. We will go back to Black Crusade. Let's see. Internets. Okay, so what was I saying? So we were talking about Black Crusade last time. Let's go. I want to do full screen. So Black Crusade, Tome of Blood. They have a lot of different character options. I should probably say that they do like a very good job in balancing, because you can choose to be a Space Marine, a Warhammer 40,000 Super Soldier, a Chaos Space Marine, or a normal human, right? And they have slightly different play styles. Obviously, and they have different corruption trackers, because the idea is that Space Marines are generally more, or they're more resistant to the corrupting effects of chaos, but when they do fall, they fall much harder than mortals do. So I think that generally the role-playing game like touches on that a lot more. The humans, there are reasons, of course, to pick humans in Black Crusade. I believe they interact with hordes a little bit differently. Like when you encounter like large hordes or like small people, I think like Space Marines are going to be able to be picked out a little bit easier and can be hit a little bit easier. But yeah, you can have, they have the Khorne Berserkers, factions of the Adeptus Arbites, the Chaos Space Marines that are more like Berserkers or Night Lords. I won't go into like the specifics of like each individual like faction or legion in this particular stream. But we also have, like I said, Zurint, Frostfeather. This takes place, the Black Crusade game takes place, I mentioned it in past streams, but you picture the map of the Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader game, either the pen and paper game or the cRPG, right? The Chaos domain inside the Warp Storm that you it's near Footfall, where the Maw is. Inside that Warp Storm, a little bit off to the side, is the Screaming Vortex, which is the main Chaos bastion for this area, right? It's the RPG's Eye of Terror, right? And Zorunt is one of the worlds that's actually in there. It's a human class. It tells a little bit more about like warrior stuff. You have a little bit of builds you can get. There's Chem Hunter Messia, just like chemically augmented stuff. There is in the Tome of Blood, there's also a lot more options to like mod your weapons. Oh, another good thing I'll say, like Black Crusade had a lot of really, really good like mechanic changes. I think I said it before. I think Black Crusade is probably the best in most ways of that I played. Warhammer 40,000 role-playing game, because the system is really good. They have a way of like handling wealth really well. They have a way to like a lot of ways for players to like mod their own weapons if they want to be like a specific melee build or like a spellcaster build. They can do that really, really easily, right? Like say for instance, you can actually get a lot of like these options to like mod your weapon. There's downgrades you can get. I don't know if it's implemented on the Tome of Blood or the core rulebook, but downgrades is like you can put downgrades on your weapons. I think it's easier, if I'm remembering this correctly, it's easier to add additional mods to your weapons. So they're makes them bad in some instances, but you can more easily buy. That's right. Now I remember how it was. So downgrades were they penalize your weapon, but you're able to get them easier. So for instance, sometimes you might start off, you're just like a lowly scrub in the Screaming Vortex, and you can't buy certain things, but you can downgrade the thing and like make it so it's like a bunch of tubes, or like it has it's like gunked up. It like has like slime in it, so it does the damage of like that high-end weapon you're looking for, but it might have like some small chance of like shooting out sludge or like jamming, right? Which is early game, it's still good, right? So I think it like lowers the rarity of certain weapons, right? Which I think is really good. And it's like, and that goes for like armor, range weapons, and a lot of other, I think gear too. But yeah, it tells there's a lot of gear in this book. I think this is the first book that came out. It has a lot of rules for like vehicle combat, bike combat, certain talents for like bike stuff. I think this is a really good, like I was saying like earlier before when we last checked this out, like all the Tome books are probably the best value for any sort of book, for any sort of Warhammer 40,000 RPG line. If you and your friends are into chaos, you don't kind of mind playing like a darker, even for Warhammer 40,000 Standings campaign. I think if you could find the books, even the PDFs, I think they're a really, really good deal. You'll be playing it like for a while, right? But like I said, they have legacy weapons where you can get like just a standard like broadsword, use it enough, and eventually it adds more like traits to it, becomes stronger, and eventually becomes like a legendary weapon, right? I didn't really go into like what I would think. Let's go back into Rogue Trader for a little bit. I can talk about like what kind of campaign I would make if I went back to Black Crusade, right? So if I went back to Black Crusade, like what kind of campaign would I make? I already have my own setting that I have. It's the Folksand sector in my RPG campaigns, and the Folksand sector is essentially it was it was an area of space that was dominated back in the Imperial Crusades when the Emperor was still like flesh and blood, but through various events they kind of like it got put on the back. It got kind of like kicked back down the list, so it wasn't it was never an Imperial sector until like all my campaigns. My further campaigns are going to take place in like M33. The current year for this game and all the other current Warhammer 40,000 stuff is M42, right? So that's like all my stuff is like in the far past, right? It gives my players enough time to like shape like the future, and it's over in the western area of it's in the Segmentum Pacificus is where the Folksend sector is. So the time and the area makes it a little bit easier for my players to like shape that area of the Warhammer 40,000 setting, and they can be like, you know, bring out like legacy stuff, right? So with that said, like what would I do if I was actually going to go back to that setting? Because like my first campaign that I set in the Folksend sector, they were leading. It was very small, right? Like I just had like the Crusades are going on to like to truly capture this area and like colonize this area of space. The Rogue Trader area, it was a Rogue Trader campaign. All my players were going out and like exploring stuff and like mapping and like naming stuff. There was a lot of planets that were named after your dick. So yeah, of course, because you know people tend to do that, right? I think it was like the Emperor's like phallus. Something like that. It was the Emperor's phallus symbol or something like that. Stuff like that. You know, my friends are weird. But at the end, they were able to like solidify this area of space. They were able to beat like a couple antagonists. So if I were to do like a chaos campaign, I don't think I would want to burn down what they already have, right? I think what I would want to do is because there was non-imperial humans, two main factions that I was going to introduce them to, but it's just like, you know, the waste players, sometimes they kind of go, you have an option to go in one direction, they go completely in a different direction. They didn't really tap into this very much, but there's two options. One was a human empire that's more like a combination of, I think it was like Star Wars and The Witcher, and the other one was what? It was like Star Trek in Star Wars. It was like a two sci-fi settings, and then I'd kind of like build out my ideas from there, right? So I think what I would do if I was going to do a chaos campaign, I would set it in those non-imperial areas, right? And I would make it so the antagonist is the Imperium, but you can't like beat the Imperium. It's just mostly like finding ways to solidify your empire, right? And kind of survive. So I think I would push more of like a anti-hero course to my players if I did do Black Crusade. But yeah, I try to do like the players are like a up and comers in a particular like sci-fi setting that's not quite Warhammer 40,000, because we've already done like a lot of Warhammer 40,000 campaigns. So I don't know. I don't think my players would be bored. My friends would be bored necessarily, but they might need something a little bit more of like a refresher or like something fresh. You know what I'm saying? So Tiny Man gets kicked. We'll save that. But yeah, we'll exploring different universes, like worlds. There'll be like ship stuff. Because I do want to do more. I did a little bit more ship combat in my last Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader campaign, but I would like to keep on using Rogue Trader's ship system in Black Crusade, right? And it would be like there would be like ancient, like uncovering like ancient tomes of like power, and there would be like how is this particular government like maybe the government wouldn't 100% have a grasp of what chaos really is. But like the players, it'll be up to the players to decide whether or not they want to be fully corrupt or try to find like a scientific or some sort of workaround their own problem of like drawing power from chaos, and also not let their home essentially burn in a particular way. I think that would be a very interesting setup. But like it would be a good balancing also, because you would have to get, in order, because they would be in the Black Crusade system. So you'd have infamy, or infamy and corruption, and be different ways of like, because they would have like the same aspect of anti-technology as the Imperium would, right? So it'd be researching certain ways to, utilize the warp in their own technology, right? There would be maybe like something that can like reduce their corruption a little bit, or like stave off their corruption. That'd be a very interesting thing to do. Okay, so let's go back here. I might actually kind of sound off on certain things. Again, on this, I got to think about that a little bit more. What time is it? Anyways, it is. We have like a half-ish. We have like 40 minutes left, give or take. Okay, so that's good. Let me have some coffee. Whenever you talk a lot, whenever you need to stay hydrated, coffee is always good, right? No, not really. So I got a mocha, right? So I got, what was it? The beans are from Brazil. We do have sweet cream. So I don't know if you guys are, a lot of you guys are over on like the East Coast or like overseas, right? From America. I'm over in California. We do have Dutch Brothers, right? They're mostly like a West Coast company. Dutch Brothers is good. It's a good coffee company. It is very sweet, like the majority of their menu, right? And they have a certain creamer that I was trying to reproduce. I think their generic milk, their generic creamer that they give you is sweet cream, right? So it's probably, I've never like looked into like how much sugar those things actually have in it, but I think I found it tastes like sweet cream. Now that I put some sweet cream in this. So, Dutch Brothers, if you ever have some Dutch Brothers, it's good. Be prepared for having a very sweet thing. I'd probably say, if you're ever on the West Coast and you see a Dutch Brothers, get it. Probably have like like half sweet or even like less, right? But yeah, sweet cream, chocolate syrup, and a little bit of like caramel flakes, right? So I tried to do like a very sweet coffee this morning. Okay, so wait for the force to report. Master Arms is sending forces to gather information on Nemesis' next move. Okay, so that's we don't have to worry about this yet. I don't think we bugged out the Gene Stealer quest so far, so we're good. I think what the main thing I want to do is explore and get a little bit more experience, because we got to level our guys up before the next combat. We should get more colonies because we need more money. Haunting of 𝕽𝖌𝖚. Something concerning is happening to the ship's choir master, rogue trader. Let's find out what. Okay, so since we're here, we might as well actually check out the choir master, the astropathic chapel. So this is essentially the ship that's used for like long distance communication. Most long distance stuff, faster light travel or communication, warp by negating distance by going through the energy dimension, the warp, right? So the choir is a bunch of like psychic people who are kind of like mysticisms that have their eyes burnt out. There's a little bit more to it than that. But yeah, the head communications officer for the most part is asking for me to come down and talk to him. I think I'll actually do that. Aberrations layer, we already talked to that. So there's the leader of the generic aberrations who infested the Dynasty flagship has confessed that disparate mutants are hiding in So okay, so there's a trade station that we can go and fight more of these guys. We didn't do any of the Gene Stealer quest. We only did like one last quest, or last campaign. And then I think the entire series got bugged out. It locked us out of it. So we do have to, one of the main goals in this campaign, we have to do quests that we didn't do last time. So okay, we already did that. Okay, so we healed up, right? We have we have not leveled up, unfortunately. We have consumables. Let's do consumables. Yeah, we are running severely low on medical supplies. So that's one of the things we need to do. Let's see. That sucks. Okay. Profit. Let's see here. What is our profit, by the way? I don't think we're able to get anything else. Anyways, we're at Captain's quarters. Let's go and talk to the choir master. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I need to go... No. Wait, tender sweetness. I already have that. Recap of milk gives you extra energy, increases the character's ability by 10. Okay, so the coffee that we actually got from our maid inside of her quarters is still functioning, so that's good. Another compartment. Lord Captain quarters. Void ship, shrine, aspect chapel. Yes. Go there. No Kibble. Officer Molly. Yes. Cool. Cool. I think what I'll do is we'll try to do a lot of Gene Stealer quests. We'll try to level ourselves up a couple times before we go to the Dark Eldar city and get the last companion. I know since it's a max difficulty, we probably need 2-3 levels under our belt at least. I forget exactly what level I was at last time, but I mean, I guess we can always just load. It's not that big a deal. But I want to be prepared. Okay.
Victory awaits.
Oh no! See what's going on, Zachary? 𝕽𝖌𝖚, an unpleasant heaviness grows in your head, as if a vice were slowly tightening its grip on your mind. The choirmaster is kneeling, his burnt-out eyes peering into the void. He raises his head, and you see a weary old man, weak and frightened. He whispers, "She is here. Adeline has returned. She is asking for help, but you scare her. She is hiding from you. You will not harm her, will you?" From every direction, every shadow, comes playful girlish laughter. At times it transforms in an old man's rueful weeping, other times into a deep growl of annoyance. The sounds form cold, malicious words. So we all took a little bit of damage. 𝕽𝖌𝖚 took 24. The sorrow will be eternal. Okay, so what do I remember about this guy? This is, was it like one of his apprentices, I want to say? From the last time he did the ritual? Adira, the whispers keep saying we should kill old Wise. They're just so giddy about it. I guess we shouldn't kill him then. The whispers never get excited about anything good. Okay. Choirmaster, what's going on? Just okay, what twisted creature are you? Adeline. Down to lights. Execute Wise? Okay. Choirmaster, what is going on? Wise says nothing. His otherworldly gaze is directed through you and past you to a spot further inside the chapel. His lips silently whisper a name over and over again. Address the shadow. What twisted creature are you? The mocking laughter of an old man turns into a moaning whisper. I am the victims. I am the murdered innocents. I am his guilt. How do I find Adeline? Adeline? She's in there, in the shadows. A tortured sigh escapes his feeble body. Many shadows lie. The true ghosts are hiding among the false ones. But I hear Thaddeus' earnest prayer and an old Stavros' words of disappointment. He always doubted my talents as a mentor. I hear poor Antonius' scream. The scream he let out when he unwillingly gave up the last of his vitality. Addis's pleas. I condemned her to an existence of half machine. I can almost sense Savita's touch. She tried to save me, but she fell instead. Sorry. So many voices, all condemning me for what I did. Find them, separate the true voices of the false echoes. I'm gonna go blow my nose again. Be right back. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Thank you very much for waiting. I'm back to be with my wonderful people. I don't think I want to execute him. I think Captain Guppo would be more intrigued by the powers of chaos right here. I will find your Adeline and bring her out into the light. The shadow croaked hoarsely in old man's voice. Why do you seek his redemption? He was always a terrible leader and a talentless mentor. He doomed everyone. It's so congested. The indignant tremble grows into a roar of righteous condemnation. He was arrogant, having no notion of his own wretchedness. He did not put his faith in the Emperor, but instead believed himself to be invincible. The voice grows weaker. It is now a young man's, soft and full of anguish, and he paid for his mistake with our lives. It was cruel and painful. The voice grows heavy with a metallic clang. We begged him to reconsider, but he took our minds away as punishment. The shadow's speech is now gentler and more feminine, but we are loyal to him regardless. We tried to save him even though he had not saved us. The voice becomes cold, resonating with sorrow from beyond this world. He is guilty. End dialogue. Okay. Let's actually do 67, 67, 67, 85, 71, like that. Yeah. Go like that. Boop. That should be fine, actually. Yes. Okay, what are we supposed to do? Something from beyond the world is lurking in the chapel, twisting the choir master's mind. The rogue trader must find a way to uncover this entity. Okay, sure. Wait, is it like all the other psychers? Are they all dead? They're all gone. Okay, so do we not have any more astropaths? Okay. Fun. 𝕽𝖌𝖚. It's not very wise, is he?
Challenge for me?
Who it is? Who dis? Wait. 𝕽𝖌𝖚. Oh, who's this? What's this? You have taught us everything and will not fail you. We are ready. Okay. Give me some time alone with him. You'll never banish the sorrow. Okay. We all have all broken bones and stuff. Okay. We do have to do it in a combination. Oh, you know what? Because he said, like, so-and-so was banished into a computer, so-and-so was this, so-and-so was that. I prepared for your will. Well, Zachary, my choir will live up to my name. Okay. Yeah, I think we have to do it in a certain order. Load. Okay. Load. While it's loading, let's actually go back and talk about our PDFs. What else can we talk about? Tome of Blood. Tome of Blood, good book, like I said before. Definitely would recommend Black Crusade if you haven't already checked it out. Let's see here. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Let's see. Full screen. But yeah, I kind of went over the majority of this. I don't think... And it talks about hordes, a little bit more rules for that. There's... Oh yeah, that's right. Not only does it have like backgrounds and gear slots and horde mechanics, vehicle mechanics, and a bunch of other stuff, like legacy weapons. But also it tells about like certain planets that are in the setting. It gives you like demons, crazy stuff. Leviathan. I think Leviathan is like one of the biggest like monsters in the 40,000 RPG that I can think of. So weapon skill, it doesn't really one-to-one with the actually cRPG, right? But 500 wounds. What's the size? Natural toughness, traits, so fear 4 from beyond, natural toughness, master of the deep. I think it should say its size somewhere. Amphibious, natural weapons, size titanic. So yeah, I think this is like the size of a small like skyscraper, right? But Leviathans are truly titanic creatures, and most heretics will not be able to combat the creature itself due to its enormous size. In most situations, the creature doesn't even completely surface, attacking from the waters below with only its fanged tentacles, which can attack from up to 20 meters away from each other, which is immense. With its immense form mostly submerged, the Leviathan can never be reduced to less than 300 wounds, unless its main body is somehow attacked, perhaps through psychic powers or explosives. Ring to detonate below the surface. An aquatic creature, Leviathans take twice normal damage from Melta or flame weapons, but gain regeneration 10 while floating underwater. So this thing it regenerates 10 wounds per turn. It has 500 wounds total, right? It has 14 armor and 13 toughness. So like that's 27 damage reduction. It does so fang tentacles. That's actually not a crazy amount of damage. Gaping maw 40-10 plus 12. Felling. Oh yeah, like there's in the Black Crusade there's a lot of different like weapon damage types, right? I mean like tags, right? So there's like I think felling is like it ignores unnatural toughness. Razor sharp is like if you do a certain amount of damage, it does additional damage. Stuff like that. It has a bunch of like really weird stuff that you can actually customize your own weapons and like slapdash them together and have like weapons that do all sorts of like crazy damage, right? But yeah, like Black Crusade is pretty cool about that. The only thing I don't really, it's my own thing. I don't know if it's a lot of other people will agree with it. I understand. Look, okay, so the original like critical system from Dark Heresy, Rogue Trader, Death Watch, and for a lesser extent, Warhammer Fantasy 2nd Edition, was the way crits work is they're Fury of the Emperor, or just nicknamed just Fury, right? So if you ever roll a 10 on a D10 for weapon, you roll to confirm to hit again. And if you confirm to hit again, you get an additional D10, right? And if you roll a D10 again, you get an additional D10. And there's no upper limit for that. So you can be like a 10 wound guy, right? And you come out with a dagger, which is essentially like half a D10. It's 1D5, right? So like odds are, well, it's like 5 would be, or like rolling a 10 would be rolling a 5 damage, right? So you can be like some scrub, which some people would like it, some people don't. I personally like it because it adds some like crazy like randomness to it. If you get like really lucky, you can have like some scrub run at you and stab you with a knife, like a butter knife, which would probably do like 2 damage, but he rolls a 10, so he automatically does an additional 10 damage to you with a butter knife, right? And like most, like, let's say he can roll another 10 and gets another 10, right? With a butter knife, right? And then he rolls in, like, he confirms, right? And then he rolls his initial team that he rolls another 10. So what do we have? We're at like 30 plus 30 damage so far. Let's just say he gets extremely lucky and he does another 10. So you can, like, there's a small chance, however small, that you can have like even the smallest guys can like be lethal to you if they get lucky enough, right? And I like that aspect. I think it might not work as well is the more the percentage system is kind of like tweaked around a little bit in the pen and paper RPG, because like you have like multi-shot weapons and all that stuff, and eventually it's like you're getting more and more likely to do a fury with your attacks, right? So I don't know if they start to change it in Black Crusade, where like each of the 4 gods like has different uses of its fate points. Like I think Fury, the way it was, like Khorne followers, if you have the majority of your devotion is to corn, then you can still use fury. I think it's like more or less the same, but then stuff like zinch, the change your ways. I think it's like yeah, it's like more like you stun or do something weird like that. And I know in previous ones, I'm thinking of the more like fate points actually. I think it's well. Anyways, eventually they get away with that. Away from that, I'm not sure if it's changed in this particular one or in other ones, but eventually they get away with the fury system the way it is. And whenever you trigger a fury in future games, you get you roll a d5 on a critical hit chart, and you do like it's like you get a debuff right on your opponent, which is it's not as exciting to me. I mean, what are you gonna do? Give them a paper cut with your butter knife? Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit more realistic. But I mean, that's not what I come to these types of games for personally. But yeah, let's go back to the game. What do we got? We're at 20 more minutes left, give or take. So boop. Make sure everything's good. Yes. Okay. So what do we have to do? We have to do these in a combination. Taught us everything. We're not ready to fail you. We're ready.
Follow my lead.
You're a failure and a teacher. You have taught them nothing. Okay, well, I guess interesting. 𝕽𝖌𝖚. Maybe we can actually find out, like, what combination we use. Execute. What twisted creature are you? How to find Adeline? What's going on? How to find 𝕽𝖌𝖚? Many shadows lie. The truth ghosts are hiding amongst the false ones, but I hear Thaddeus' earnest prayer. Severus' words of disappointment. Yeah, and then so let's take a screenshot of this really quick. So boop. Let's do. Let's see here. We'll do boop, and then I'll do put this image up on the side. I can just write it down too, I suppose. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like and follow and subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. I really would appreciate it if you would do so. Current goal is to get to about 1K subscribers over on YouTube, just so I can help grow the channel from there. If you can help me out, that'd be great. Also, if you do want to support the channel, plenty of different ways to do so. You can do a like and follow and subscribe, like I mentioned before. There's also you can let's see here. There are super chats. There are bits. There's a Patreon account. At the very least, also be sure to check out our Discord. It's pinned over to my right on the live chat down below. The video description down below. If you're interested in following me, all my social media links are on the About page. So let's go over here really quick. And let's go here. Okay, so these are all in different orders, right? Let's do boop. And do. All right. Yes, I think I got this. Okay, so let's go back in here. Walk away from wise. Okay, so she's in the shadows. Many shadows lie. The true ghosts are hiding amongst the false ones, but I hear Thaddeus' earnest prayer. So we have to find Thaddeus first. I'm guessing that is what it is.
It's about time.
Earnest prayer. Does it actually say who it is? Doesn't say. What is this? Toss everything, will not fail you. We're ready. Looks like there's only 3, though. Your failure of a teacher.
Victory awaits.
Me. I've prepared for you well. My choir will live up to your name. Doesn't really make any sense. Thaddeus' earnest prayer and old Stavros' words of disappointment. Hear poor Antonius' scream. Annis's pleas. I condemned her to existence in a half machine. I can almost sense Savita's touch. I think I am on the right track, but I don't think these sound right. I've prepared you well, but so like it says the true ghosts are hiding through it, but I hear Thaddeus' earnest prayer. I don't see that as a thing. Do you have to go somewhere else?
I won't tolerate weakness.
Let's see, is there other interactables? Doesn't look like it. I think what we'll do is... So there's 3 interactables. And this guy says you're like a disappointment? Is that what he says? So... You're a failure of a teacher. You've taught them nothing.
A new challenge for me?
Failure teacher taught them nothing. Prepared you well. My choir will live up to name. That sounds like it's first. You taught us everything and we will not fail you. We are ready. So that was not first. Because we tried that last time. Let's do... Yes? You never banished his sorrow. Okay. Did I just not get it? And then this seems like it would be... next, right? Okay, I guess not. Load again. Not entirely sure what's going on. Let's see here. But let's see here. I guess what we can do, it does take a little bit of time to load, doesn't it? We can do back to internet while it's loading. We can do the Tome of Fate, right? So Tome of Fate, I think, was the 3rd released book in the series. So boop. And Tome of Fates. Boop. Boop. Full screen. So Tome of Fate, right? So this is the 𝕷𝖌𝖊 book. And from what I remember, the one thing I do remember is that it had plenty of different like spells and like chaos, like rituals, stuff like that. For each individual chaos god, not just like Nurgle, but also has like powers for like just basic psychic powers also, which is interesting. It does have talks a little about 𝕷𝖌𝖊. I think I can't remember what they're trying to state, that what like 𝕷𝖌𝖊's like benevolent side, for lack of a better term. Because, you know, like how we're saying, how they're trying to point out that Khorne has more like martial honor, in like improving yourself through various means. I don't know. It seems kind of weird to say it out loud, but there's also a lot more enemies that they introduce in this. They have Necrons you can actually fight, and mostly it's the spells, I want to say. But we have like classes. Let's see here. Boopadoo. There's more planets that it talks about. And ways to like summon demons. But here we go. So one of the things they have, like in terms of like the equivalent of like prestige classes, right? We have Thousand Sun Sorcerer. They have Alpha Legion, Quasal, Magister, Immaterial. So back over in the Screaming Vortex, there is one world that's like it's a dedicated sorcerer world, where they have like arcanotech, right? So they use magic in order to fuel a lot of their technology, right? But there are a lot of the higher, it's a magocracy, and a lot of the magisters are heavily mutated, right? Idolatrous Magos of the Forge Pollux, so there are Dark Mechanicus factions inside the Screaming Vortex as well. Tools of Fates, they have more like tools, like ritual stuff, psychic powers, unaligned powers. So this is kind of cool. I mean, if you're a big fan of like Rogue Trader, you can actually probably use some of these as like spells that your players can learn that are not necessarily like chaos aligned, right? I like the fact that what a Black Crusade does with a lot of its spells is that they give alternate names for each ability. So like say if you're like a dedicated like Nurgle sorcerer, right? Which is possible. They actually do have in the Nurgle book, I think they actually do have a dedicated Nurgle sorcery build. Because generally in order to get like Nurgle aligned, you have to steer away from a lot of psychic stuff and get into more like durability and like various other skills in order to give praise to a certain like to Nurgle god. But there is a way to make Nurgle sorcerers, and I think they're actually pretty fun to play. They sound really fun to play anyways. So essentially Harrier Imps, these are I think this is the non-dedicated, unaligned powers. So these are all psychic powers. These are all sorcerer's powers, but they're unaligned. They're part of the Great Beast or the Chaos Undivided, right? But there's a lot of summonings, Echoes of Malice, Corpse Burst. Hold on 1 second. Winter's calling me. Be right back. Give me 1 second. Welcome back. Sorry for the wait. Thank you for waiting. You guys are amazing. You guys are beautiful. You guys are incredible. Let's see here. Whoop. Okay, so where was I? But yeah, they have a lot of interesting abilities, right? They have Slaanesh. Let's see, what was a good one? I don't remember a lot of these, but let's just say Cedron's twin. An alternate name is Double Curse. So 250 experience. It takes it's easy-ish to learn. -10 willpower test, so it's a little bit harder to resist. But if you're a Slash line caster, you can actually pick up this. The power of the warp to shape the desires of physically attuned, psychically attuned, have very few limits. Thus, the vanity of man and his desire to transcend the reality in favor of his ideals has already been created in the form of Cedron's twin. This power allows the psyker to make a double of himself to fool enemies and erstwhile allies alike. However, the double betrays the psyker, for it reflects the psyker's ideal self and not his true form. This power allows the psyker to produce an illusionary double of himself, albeit available on all sensory registers. In order to fool others to which is real and which is a double, the psyker must control his own ego and make a very hard -20 willpower test, okay, which is difficult. Especially for early game. For each degree of success, he gains +10 bonus on deceived tests to fool onlookers. Likewise, each degree of failure results in a -10 penalty to the same test due to the fact that his double has qualities that reflect Psyker's ideal self, and thus the Psyker pales in comparison. The Psyker is in complete control of the double and may perform any mundane actions the Psyker normally can unless the action requires a test and is not of social nature. Thus, the double may not attack, manifest powers, or administer first aid, but it may deceive, command, or woo. Oh, thank you for including that. The Psyker makes all tests on the double's behalf. He may maintain this power for as long as he can, concentrate, and the double remains within his view. The double immediately disappears if he takes any damage or is targeted by a successful attack of any sort. Okay, so if you ever trigger a Psychic Phenomena, so whenever you, in the percentage Warhammer 40,000 RPG system, there's a chance of triggering Psychic Phenomenon, which has like little detriments, and if you roll like I think it's like a 85 to 100, you might trigger Perils of the Warp, which is another chart, which is even worse stuff, right? But Psychic Phenomena, when you actually trigger it in this specific spell, the nature of man's desire to become his very ideal means that he is prone to taking risk in his pursuit that he is otherwise avoid. If you have to roll for Psychic Phenomena, modify a roll in equal and opposed proportion to bonus or penalty of disease test received from this power. For example, if he gained 3 degrees of failure on a hard willpower test, then he adds 30 to his Psychic Phenomena roll. Okay, well, interesting. Pangs of Misery. If we wanted to do, like, say, like, I think Nurgle has some interesting psychic powers too. Exalted powers, Biomancy, Tzeentch, Slaanesh, Nurgle. We have Dirge of Decay, 400 XP, so a little bit harder to get, right? Difficulty is also Blight Song is an alternate name to it. As the devotee of Nurgle intones the Dirge of Decay, wounded combatants howl in chorus as a rot and infection takes them. The Psyker utters the first verses. Fresh wounds begin to poof, only become discolored and rank in the rising crescendo. At the apex, the infection takes hold the infection that takes hold rapidly devours muscle, bone, and organ until nothing is left other than a desecrated husk. On the turn the Psyker manifests Dirge of Decay, all creatures who have suffered damage within this combat within range must make a challenging toughness test, or this is actually not that bad, depending on how tough you are. Or immediately suffer an additional amount of rending damage equal to the sorcerer's psi rating. For every turn the sorcerer maintains the power, all creatures who suffer the damage within range must make a challenging toughness test or suffer 1 additional point of rending damage, armor, and toughness. Toughness do not reduce damage caused by this power. Creatures who have not suffered any damage are unaffected. Okay, so it does bypass toughness and it bypasses armor. Creatures who have not suffered damage are unaffected by this power, that is, unless they suffer damage otherwise. Devotees of Nurgle ignore the effects of this power. When Dirge of Decay is uttered with a blaspheming incantation to pass the power, the sorcerer may choose to increase the action to sustain it as a full action. Once this power is made, it cannot be changed until he uses the power again. If he does, Every turn that the sorcerer maintains his power, he can make an attack against any one creature currently suffering under his effects. This attack requires a challenging willpower test and deals 1d10 plus 6 radiant damage and has a toxic 2 quality, so poison damage, right? So it's interesting. But adding to the powers that we already know, like biomancy or pyromancy, stuff like that. Biomancy, chitin's shell, you get your skin develops like a chitin-like shell over it. Blood boil. Psyker attunes himself to the circulation of blood in his victims, surely but slowly increasing the pressure of the flow. At first, this produces the sensation of just having run a short distance as one's heart pumps faster and he feels the need to rest. Gradually, the sensation grows to worrying proportions as bruises erupt where capillaries begin to burst and flecks of light race about his vision. Should the victim's body fail to resist the Psyker's will, he finally collapses, blood running from his eyes, nose, and mouth. Okay, great. On the turn, the Psyker manifests his power. He makes his focus power test opposed by the target's challenging toughness test. The target suffers 1 level of fatigue plus another level. For every 2 levels of degree of success, the Psyker maintains his focus power test. On subsequent turns, the Psyker may maintain the power, repeating the post test and dealing level of fatigue as stated previously. So just like boil the blood over and over and over again, right? So we got regeneration, which should have been included in some of the other books, I would say. Pyromancy, transform your entire body into like molten magma. Flaming gauntlets have like punching flaming fists, stuff like that. And then ritual combat where you can like summon demons. One thing I really love about Black Crusade is that one of the talents you can get is I think it's the minion talent, right? So the minion talent, you get essentially like a mini character. Winter's calling again. Hold on 1 second. Okay, back again. Sorry about that. Alright, let's actually finish up on Rogue Trader. We'll finish up on Rogue Trader. We'll focus on that before we have to take off. Let's see. Boop. And then... Where are you? Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Cool. So, excuse me. Okay, let's click on this first then. Where are you? Okay, click on this, I guess. Okay. So it is this one. And then 1 or 2 more, I guess. I don't know why. I don't know what the like actual riddle is supposed to be. Thaddeus. Oh wait. Can I talk to people? Thaddeus. 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 Oh, it's another Thaddeus. Okay. Wait. Okay. So now there's one down here. So Thaddeus. Wait. So Thaddeus. Can service of touch. Finally separate the true voices from the false echoes. I hear Thaddeus' earnest prayer. God Emperor is a lie. The Astromonicon is a lie. Okay, so Thaddeus prays honestly. So we'll do... Oh, I see. I think I understand now. I think. So we have to find out which... It's Thaddeus' honest prayer. I get it. I get it. I get it. So each of the three options, you have to choose what each of the three options is correct. I call to you, O Prince of Pleasure. I entrust you with my puny soul and beseech you for your protection. Okay. So it's probably not that. I think I get it now. I get it. Thaddeus. Oh God, Emperor, protect us from the horrors of the Imperium. Shield us from the Imperium's corruption and be our shield. Okay. So that's... So save. And then we do... let's see here. 𝕽𝖌𝖚. And we do what?
Follow my lead.
Antonius. Antonius? What does it say? Antonius. I hear poor Antonius scream. The scream he let out when he unwillingly gave up the last of his vitality. So that's the truth. I gladly give my last for you, teacher. Okay. That sounds like it is what we're looking for. I will not give up my life and energy willingly. He took control of my will. He made me drain myself dry. And this one... When he drained my life, it felt so sweet. Oh, sweet duty. What the fuck? Scream he let out when he unwillingly gave up the last of his vitality. Okay, so he didn't willingly give it up. So it was the last one. So it was this one, right? I did not give my life and energy willingly. Okay. He took control of my will. He made me drain myself dry. So that should be it. Okay. Save. All right. Now what? Anise?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Is that it? That's the last one? Those two of them. Okay. Stop. My mind is boiling. Teacher, please stop. Anise. Annis's pleas. I condemned her to existence as a half machine. Half machine. Let's see. Annis's pleas. Or this one. No, please, teacher. Anything but that. Better than kill me than turn me into one of those mindless things. That sounds right. I don't see a third one. Oh, no, there is a third one down here. Okay. Okay. I did not think you would do that with your own hands. It sounds like it's this one.
None shall stand.
Mindless things seems like it's going to be a servitor. Okay. Interesting. We have what? Savita. Savita, I can almost sense Savita's touch. She tried to save me, but she fell instead. Okay, tried to save me, but she fell instead. I find you guilty of arrogance, betrayer of your choir. You'll be sentenced. Let us kill him for the glory of the dark gods. And then what? What's the last one? Master, wake up. I'm here by your side. Sounds like it's this one. Banish the ghosts. Okay. All right. The ghost stares at Wise mournfully. The muffled sob coming from the apparition almost seems to take physical form as it drifts towards the choirmaster and envelops him. 𝕽𝖌𝖚. Wise blocks her path, extending his arms in a gesture that both calls for restraint and pleads for mercy. Do not harm her, please! The poor girl is frightened to death. Let me talk to her. I cannot fail her again. I mean, it's just a ghost. Requires iconoclast inherent touch. Choirmaster, or you banish the warp spawn. Adeline is dead. Execute Wise. Just execute him. Lower warp. After remember the golden radiance of Holy Terror. don't... I mean, this sounds like something that Captain Guppo would say.
Choir Master Wise, I order you to banish this warp spawn.
Wise's expression of mixture is of pain, horror, and grief. He lowers his arms slowly. I know, your lordship. I know this is not Adeline, but an echo of one who devoured her soul. I just want to see her again, to hear her voice for a brief moment. With jerky movements, as though shaking off shackles of ice, he picks up his staff. Ghost of my failure, now is your time to vanish. Interesting. Wise's breathing is labored. Thank you, your lordship. The burden was too heavy for me to bear. On the verge of fainting, he mustered the last of his strength to sit down on the steps.
What was that, Choir Master?
A reckoning, Lord Captain. A reckoning of my great arrogance. Demons have been pursuing me for years, following my scent and sending me dire messages, hunting me. And now they have me. The entities that manifested here during the ritual were banished. But a lingering echo of their presence has latched onto the shadows. It has spread in the darkness and pounced upon my mind.
Demons are pursuing you?
Yes, I am guilty. I have wronged them. I have been promised a great future at the Scholastic Psychana, for my talents were exceptional. But fate would not have it. Instead of serving on Holy Terra, I end up here in the Expanse, where barely a gleam of the Astronomicon reaches. My pride took a heavy blow, but my spirit was not cowed. I set about to establish a choir unlike any that have yet to be seen here. A mighty, resident, astounding choir. Lady Theodora expanded tremendous resources, bartering with captains and governors to procure astropaths of my choosing. I brought together talents and budding geniuses under my authority. They were to ensure that I would make a triumphant comeback. And they could do that for me, that team of brilliant astropaths, whose talents were honed to perfection. Adeline, Annis, Antonius, every one of them surpassed me as I used to be. I saw that my time was coming. I lied to them when I told you that it was Lady Theodora who had forced us to go through the ritual. The idea had been mine. Ah, I see. When in her paranoia, her ladyship set out to find spies aboard the ship, I made her an offer. A ritual that would give her the names in exchange for my fledgling's freedom, and my own. It was a good deal. She was willing to trade 7 astropaths for the names of traitors, and I doomed them all. My pride killed them. I see.
You got your freedom, but yet you chose to stay on the ship?
At first, Lady Theodora wanted me to have me executed for what happened, but then she regained her composure and graciously agreed to honor our deal. But where was I to go? My dead were all here.
What is it about the ritual that went wrong?
He chuckles bitterly, and scarlet stains bloom on the blindfold made of sacred manuscripts. Adeline was my ritual protector, the only to become my greatest vulnerability. When the mad stream of other people's thoughts started to disorient my astropaths, I became frightened for her. I hesitated. I wanted to spare her, and I lost control. The right thing to do would have been to sacrifice her, but I couldn't. I had always had a soft spot for her. Her genius made her my favorite.
And the other voices, were they your apprentices as well?
Not all of them. Stavros was the oldest in the choir. He had been on the ship even longer than I. A mighty, wise man, if acrimonious. He envied me and criticized my ambition, but I was fond of him all the same. Thaddeus was the ship's confessor. Theodora had insisted on his presence. When it was over, he was the only other survivor. Okay. And he confronted me with angry accusations. I could not bear to listen to him, so I silenced him, killed him. Oh my god! Savita was an ordinary servant. She fought the Immaterians monsters until the warp began to prevail. She tried to save me, to lead me away, but I did not listen. She stayed at my side until the last moment and died a terrible death, all because of my accursed pride. The rest were my voices. Okay. Antonius was the youngest. He had been in the choir for only a short while. When the situation turned dire, fear got the best of him, and I was infuriated by his weakness. I dominated Antonius' mind and impelled him to use every spark of his life force for the ritual. Okay. Annis' doom came even earlier. She was the one who told me, even in front of the choir, that the ritual was madness. In my anger, I ordered her to be servitorized. I believed I had protected my authority. She died on the spot where you're standing now. I think she was still aware. More scarlet drops seeped through the choirmaster's red-stained blindfold. All my voices, I remember the name of each one whose life I cut short within these walls. And now the truth has been exposed. That is for the best. I can no longer carry this burden alone. With Lady Theodora dead, the thought of my crime being forgotten, erased from history, is unbearable. I wish to be judged and condemned. Is there any heretical thing I can do? Nope. Okay, you've already condemned yourself to 8 years of torment. I cannot give you a new punishment, only forgiveness. You must forgive yourself. You are not allowed to warp to break you, and I believe the Emperor's light is strong in your soul. You need service for him, and he needs you. And in duty, you will find redemption. Your ambition is worth the risk. You are simply unlucky with your students. The weaker just become stepping stones for other unpassionate knowledge. Accept the sacrifice without regret. Your ambition was worth the risk, Wise. You are simply unlucky with your students. The weak are destined to become stepping stones for others on the path to knowledge, so you must accept this. Accept this sacrifice and live without regret. The choirmaster falls silent for a moment, trying to make sense of your words. It is true. They're dead, and to follow them would be to undo all they have achieved. I thank you for believing in me. I will not fail your lordship again. After a moment's hesitation, the old man holds his staff to you. Please take it. This mighty instrument is the last reminder of Adeline and the others of my guilt. It was with this that I performed the ritual. I have no right to carry it any longer and would like it to be yours, as a reminder to the painful lesson that my pride has taught me. Interesting. What do we got? Telepathy, detachment from death. Okay. At least if the staff wielder has their dodge increased by 4%, sure, okay. Visions of death. Target must pass a willpower resistance test or suffer mental damage. Okay, cool. Oh. Wait, did I take it? I think I did, didn't I? Shit, did I not take it? Let's see. Newest. Oh, quite. Wait. Did I not take it? Did I think I hit escape and I think it deleted it. It's not like that. It's that big a deal, really. I mean, I probably wouldn't necessarily use it. I think I lost it. Yeah, I lost it. It's gone. Can I? If I go out, is it gonna offer me to get it? Or maybe, hold up. It's gone. Okay, great. Thanks. Man, the game has been so buggy this stream. Crazy. Yeah, it's gone. Okay. Well, whatever. It's fine. I don't want to. I actually don't want to go through that cutscene again. I think I'm just gonna lose it. That's weird. It's fine. Okay, I think it's almost time to end the stream. Let me see. Yeah, it's time. So let's let's take off. Guys, thank you very much for attending my stream once more. As always, I got to remind you that you're all incredibly beautiful, wonderful people. You deserve all the love in the world, so don't forget that. If you haven't already, be sure to like and follow and subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. Really would appreciate it if you would do so. Help my channel grow. There is subscriptions. There are super chats during live streams. All that jazz. Anything you can do to help would be great. But liking, following, subscribing, commenting in the videos below definitely helps me out for the algorithm. I will try to post my schedule for next week as soon as I can. One of the things I actually want to try to get around to this week is to do Seaman, that weird Dreamcast game with Leonard Nimoy in it. So I'll see if I can get it running on my computer. Aside from that, this is where we part ways. So take care of each other. Jump into Discord if you want to, hang out and chat every now and then. Say whatever you want. It's a free country online. But I will talk to you later, guys. Ave Emperor, Glory, and Excelsis Terra. Okay, bye-bye.